Hey, welcome. It's day 3 of my walking step challenge and Sabbath day today. So the 7th day is Sabbath day, the Bible tells us. We enjoyed Sabbath this morning. It's afternoon now, we're going on to evening, and I'm just going to get out and do my walk out and about in my neighbourhood. So you can join me out, just get ready. It is a bit chilly outside, it's been a cold wind. Actually, like my brand, it's Bumpman. So Jordan has Jumpman and I've got Bumpman. So my sister created that. She's not getting any royalties because I'm not getting any royalties. So I'm getting ready to go. Got my new, it's a bum bag actually. Thanks to my wife. Keep thinking of me, always thinking of me. Now I've got to get a drink bottle, a water bottle to put in my little bag so I can make the journey. So I've got this Yeti bottle from my lovely sister Ruth, and she put my Bumpman brand on it as well. I'm not taking it with me because it's too heavy to walk with, but I'm just going to load up some electrolytes in that and then put it into one of these famous spring water bottles, and that's going to be lighter for me to carry around while I'm doing my trek around the neighbourhood. Actually, I've got a couple of Yeti bottles. This one was from my family. My eldest daughter Diana and her family gifted me this Yeti. One good thing about these Yetis is they keep water, keep it nice and cool, so I've just had it nice and cool. And I like sparkling water, so I have sparkling water, whether you do or not, personal preference. And anyway, another good thing about the Yeti is the Yeti that I got from my sister actually has some amazing features to the lid. It's got a magnet that I can stick my phone on, and not just that, I actually have, I can't get out, an air tag. So it actually has an Apple air tag in it. Inside the lid there's a little compartment. The air tag goes into there, screws on, and then obviously a magnet for the lid. So it is actually really good because I can keep track of my my Yeti bottle, know where it is at all times. And those lids are interchangeable. I can put those onto that one and that one onto this one. So thanks, family, for taking care of me, looking after me, thinking of me as well. So also my Wooloo Teru sweatshirt from my sister Ruth as well, which, if you didn't see it, has my Bumpman brand. So I'm not selling any merch, but it's just personal for me. Maybe I will one day. Ready to head out now. Got everything ready, got my water, got my sunnies, but I don't think I'll need them. It's evening now, so won't be too bad. Just want to make sure it's not too windy, so don't want to get sick. But I've got my head wrap, keep my ears good, and we're out and about. So there I've got all my kit for walking. Got to head off in the same direction as I do and get out and get my steps up. So this step challenge is not about 10,000 steps, it's just about however many you can do. And my target has been 10,000, so at least 10,000 a day. This is day 3. Yesterday, man, I killed myself. Day 2, haven't uploaded that yet. It's in progress at the moment, that video. But it's always good to get out, get some exercise in. So, as I said, I'm capturing my daily walks. I did some bit of steps this morning, probably about 3,000 just when we're doing street church. So that wasn't easy getting out and about. There's a car coming over here, backing up. So I just want to make sure that I'm safe. Across the road, old mate was growling his son, riding his bike on the road and getting in the way while that vehicle was coming out of their property. Yeah, getting steps up is always good for the health. Any exercise you get to do, good for the body. And anyone who exercises will know the endorphins that kick in from having regular workout, regular routine. And I've often worked out from time to time. It's not always being consistent, but just knowing what it does for your health is always good. So for me, it's always been positive as well. So yeah, so it's the evening here. It's a bit windy. It's been windy all day. I'll tell you, this morning it was a real cold wind, like a southerly you get from coming up from the Antarctica. Not that cold yet here in Brisbane, but it's heading towards winter, probably autumn into winter, should I say. And then that's going to make a difference to the climate, the temperature around these parts. So I'm going to keep you with me as I go walking this morning, or this afternoon, it's evening now. Yeah. It's election day today. I'm not sure whether the polling booth is closed yet, because I really haven't been part of it because we're not citizens here. We get free access to the country, and as long as we're well behaved, as long as we remain well behaved, good citizens, good members of society, we're all good. They have been deporting people who have criminal convictions for certain levels of crime and certain levels of incarceration. So there's always that risk, I suppose, for, but you know, there's no risk if you're a good citizen. And anyway, as I was saying, the elections are on today. I sent Jim Chalmers a message just to wish him all the best, and actually prayers for him. He is a spiritual leader as well. He does believe in God, is a believer and follower. And so just wanted to wish him the best, and just prayers for him and the Rankin electorate, that he's the member representing federal parliament, so he's actually the Australian treasurer for his party and for the government here in Australia. Hello. Hey. So it's always good. Yeah, it's always good to be friendly and neighbourly in your community. Doesn't matter whether people are back, but remember what I said, if you don't have good neighbours, be a good neighbour. So you can be a good neighbour, that's what counts. And so most people are really friendly, really kind, will greet you as well. Like that lady, she's never seen me before, doesn't know me. She's there with her son waiting, perhaps on an Uber or waiting to be picked up the side of the road. Said hello, and she just said hello back. So that's the way life should be, isn't it? Yeah, doesn't matter if you don't know people. Sometimes people are just a bit apprehensive because they don't know you. And you know, you see a big islander coming towards you. It's been my experience sometimes that little old ladies will cross the road, clutch their bag and cross the road. But I'm carrying the bag, so I have to clutch my bag and walk on the outside of the road to be safe. It's good to get out. I can feel good already. I'm not feeling so bad. Yesterday, coming up the hill on the way back from my walk, it was a real struggle, it was a real battle. And it was day 2. Didn't vlog much because I couldn't walk and talk. It's a little bit better today. And I feel a little bit better. So you're going to have to put up with my conversation. It's the way it is. Yeah. So it's walk and talk, walking with Jesus. Yeah. Interesting thought I had was about Sabbath. A lot of people say the 7th day Sabbath was for the Jews. But hang on, were Adam and Eve Jews? I don't know. I don't think so. And that's because we look at the law of God, 10 Commandments and Exodus was given people to follow. Some good revelation of who God is to us, His character, revealed in the commandments. So, the 7th day, when you go back to Genesis, it's undeniable. And God created the earth in 6 days. Howdy. And on the 7th day He rested. If you look at Genesis chapter 2, He didn't just rest on the Sabbath. Actually said everything that He created was good. That's awesome. And then He rested on the 7th day, on the 7th day, and He blessed it, and He hallowed it. So when you bless, when God blessed something and hallows it, He made it holy. Howdy, buddy. How are you? Yeah. I can feel some teardrops falling from the sky. It may be raining. So yeah, I'm a bit of Sabbath keeping believer, and it is the 7th day, which comes in sunset Friday, the sunset Saturday, and obviously being Saturday for my walk, and the rain's coming now, so that's alright, we can tough it out. It's only water, so you can walk. Walking with Jesus, walking in the sunshine, walking in the shadows. You know that song? Yeah. Walking in the raindrops, walking with Jesus alone. Or was it walking with Jesus, my Lord? Somebody tell me. I don't know, both of them work. I'm walking with Jesus alone, by myself. But Jesus is my Lord and Saviour, and I testify to that. Somebody's having a nice dinner. You can smell that aroma. Yeah. So anyway, the Sabbath. It's a really interesting question for many people, and I kind of don't understand how people can follow God without following God, if you know what I mean. And a lot of people will follow the crowd because that's the way it's been done, and haven't really looked into it for themselves. And when you look into the Word and you discover what God said in the beginning, and that's because most people say, oh, when Jesus came, he did away with the law of God. He brought a new law, a new commandment. And yeah, that's also an interesting thought as well, because God doesn't change, does He? I don't know. So I'm going to keep that thought going. So I'm just in the alleyway now, and the walkway. And it just runs the walkway through this precinct, up that street, and into this, actually winds around into the park. But yeah, the thoughts on the Sabbath are very interesting. I believe there are still people who take that one day, whether it's a 7-day Sabbath. It's funny how Sunday people have started taking to calling their day this. So walking in the alleyway still, as I said, it's interesting how more and more people who worship, and whether you worship on Saturday or Sunday or any other day, you've got to take time for God. And some people will do that in their day, in their week, in their month, spend time with God. So I really believe it's a positive thing. In saying that though, it's interesting how many Sunday worshippers, people who worship on a Sunday, which is the first day of the week, by the way, not the 7th day of the week, have started taking to calling their day the Sabbath, which is kind of incongruent with Scripture, if you read the Scripture. And I understand the different permutations of why they do that. But yeah, it never in the Scripture is it ever demonstrated that, or actually given, that the first day of the week is the Sabbath. Go figure. Anyway, that's the thought. There's Scripture around it. And whatever you're doing, following God, I encourage you, keep it up, keep it going. It's always good. Hello. Yeah. There's a few people out and about walking today. Lady's walking her dog. Beautiful dog too, by the way. He's on a leash. And we're just walking through life, as we do. So it's always good. The shower's dissipating now, and you can see there the sun is trying to break back through. Come on, sunshine. Yeah, I got a little bit wet. My camera got a bit wet, which is my phone, but I think iPhone 12 is a waterproof. Yeah, water resistant maybe. Yeah, what's the difference between waterproof and water resistant? There's a good question. Some boffins will be able to determine that factor and set us straight. You used to get those water resistant watches. They said they're waterproof or water resistant. Yeah, there's a difference. It's probably a legal argument, so they can't be sued if something goes wrong. Yeah. Another walker strolling on by there. She had her earbuds on, she didn't hear me. Or she ignored me. Either way, it's all good. The world is a dynamic place, a vibrant place. So, interesting, the old Hebrews, the Jews, they had their strict laws around the Sabbath. What you could wear, what you could eat. Well, they had those anyway. Hey guys.
LA, baddie.
Hey, what's up? LA for life. That's why the Lakers lost, bro. I was teasing my New York hat. Yeah. Little Aussies. Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, there was this a Sabbath day's walk law that the Pharisees had. How far could you go? What could you carry on the Sabbath in a journey? Really interesting, really meticulous, really legalistic, and that's probably why a lot of people look at the Sabbath in that way. They're like very legalistically kept, and they talk about a lot of faith believers who keep the Sabbath as being driven by the law. Well, if the law is not important, why is it a sin to murder? Hey, yeah, you know it. You're going to hear it. So, you know, the law is not irrelevant. And when Jesus said, I give you a new commandment, you'll discover he was actually referring. He said, what were the two new commandments he gave? He said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul. And love thy neighbour as thyself. Those are the two laws. And if you look at it, the first part of the commandments, the first 4 commandments, were actually reference to loving God. Loving him fully, loving him wholly, loving him with your whole being. And the last 6 commandments were about loving your neighbour as yourself. So Jesus wasn't actually giving us a new set of commandments. He was actually enveloping the existing commandments, because he said in Matthew 5:17, think not that I have come to change the law or the prophets. I have not come to change the law, but to fulfill the law. Jesus was the fulfillment of the law of God, and he kept the Sabbath as well. So yeah, Jesus kept the Sabbath. He went to synagogue on Sabbath or Shabbat, and he didn't keep it out of obligation or because of culture. He actually kept it. He was the Son of God. So you think the Son was obedient to the Father? He certainly was. Look at it. Jesus rested in the tomb on the 7th day. If you look up the book of Mark, you'll see what happened at the crucifixion. It was the day before the Sabbath. And they took down his body and they rested him in the tomb before the hours of the Sabbath. And he rested in the tomb. You think Jesus could have just come alive off the cross? Of course, he was God. Emmanuel, God with us. But here he was resting in the tomb on the 7th day, the Sabbath. He had a Sabbath day's rest in the tomb. And then he rose again on the first day. And many Christians use that first day resurrection as their permission, or their what is it? I don't know what the word is, I'll think of it, to worship on the first day of the week. It's coming down a bit more heavier now. I'm going to try and protect my camera so that you can catch this footage and catch these gold nugget gems that we're sharing on this walk. Hey, I'm at the bus stop now. I'm not waiting for a bus. I'm just taking a breather. So I've walked all the way from the park, which is down that way, and I'm heading up to the corner of our Warrigal and Padstow, which is up that way. Many of you will know, or some of you will know, the BT station up on that corner. I took a photo of the Liberty so you can see what the prices are. Didn't really capture that well on day one. It was too sunny, too glaring. But yeah, I've got a bus stop notion for you. Some of you will see my teeth, and I don't have many. And here's the story behind them. I'm a dentist. You believe that? Not true. Hey, brother. Yeah, and then I went to the dentist. Feels like 8 years ago. Feels like it could have been 8 or 9 years ago. And I had all my teeth, and my front 2 teeth, the big ones, were loose. And when I went to the dentist, and he said, yeah, you need to have them extracted, and it's going to cost you $150 per injection for the anesthetic injection to numb the area so we can pull them, and then it will cost you maybe $600 or $300 each to have false or replacements or whatever. I said, thank you very much, but no thank you. And so I said, well, if it's $150 per injection, and that was like 8 years ago, forget it. So I just waited until they were loose enough to extract myself, and I have pulled 24 of my teeth out. So I'll show you a photo. I've got 24 teeth. I just pulled a molar from the back here, about 5 days ago. And I just was playing with my tongue around it. It was really, really loose, and it just popped out. No pain at all. Sometimes when I twist them, they're painful, and I've extracted them painfully, just twisting them, and you know, it works. But as soon as it comes loose from the skin, from the root, it's not painful at all. So, you know, you just have to endure a bit of pain sometimes. But I've extracted 24, I've pulled out 24 of my teeth. I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. So that mustn't be, I must have extracted 25. 7 plus 25 is 32, so you have 32 teeth. And I pulled my wisdoms out myself, so yeah, I am a dentist, and I do have dentist family. But hook me up when you see this. I'm happy to travel and try and get my some false teeth made up. Yeah, it won't cost you anything for the anaesthetic, because I've already pulled 25 of them. So I've got a real loose one at the back here, which was next to that molar. I've been wriggling that with my tongue and manipulating it. It's still a bit too sore to pull, but I might get to film that when it's ready to be pulled out. So yeah, I don't know. You can question the medical license around that, or you know, doesn't matter. I've done it. They all hold. They're all, none of them were decayed. They were tarred. I have gum disease, you know, and probably because of my diabetes or because of my health, they weren't great. I always looked after my teeth in terms of brushing, flossing, but yeah, so excuse the gummy look and no teeth, but I don't care. You know me, take me as you are, and I just do what I do. So that's my bus stop blurb for today. You can catch another one on my day 4 walk. I'll remember to do a bus stop blurb for you so that you can stay interested or not. Doesn't really matter. I'm putting it out there. So let's get walking. We've got a little bit to go. I don't want it to be too dark by the time I get home, but it'll probably be that when I get home. Traffic's always busy on this road, as you can see, or not, or you can hear it anyway. So I like walking this route because it's close to home. I know where I'm going. There's plenty of public space, and it's relatively safe. Who's going to mess with the big fat islander anyway? Yeah, so we keep going. Even though it's raining, we don't stop. We don't stop. We get our steps in. I'll drop my steps from yesterday and the day before, and today I'll add my pacer review or summary, my pacer summary from the pacer app that I'm using, and I'll add that a visual of that so you can see how many steps I'm doing on this steps challenge. Oops, sorry. Man, that guy almost ran me over. New South Wales. Go figure. So I made it to another bus stop. I'm not going to do a bus stop blurb here. Maybe a bulletin. There's just hanging with my friend Emily. Yeah, there's their details. Obviously a real estate agent and sponsoring our bus stop. It's I'm on Warrigal Road now. I've made it around that corner where the BP is. You can't see the sky. It's actually trying to break through sunshine on that side, as you can see. But thank you for the rain. The earth needs the rain. And the great thing about life is that it's about balance, isn't it? Sunshine and rain. We need them both. And if you get too much of one or too much of the other, not good. And I feel for our whānau families down in the South Island, New Zealand, other areas there that have been inundated with water and flooding. And just be safe, family, no matter what you're doing. And I'm sure there's some relief on the way for those families down there as well. So we're going to keep walking. I'm just around the corner from home. Probably another 7 clicks to go, and we'll be back in the whare. As expected, I just stopped at that bus stop and checked my messages, and my wife was like, Alice was like, come home now, it's raining. Yeah, she's just worried that I don't get sick. And I'll look after myself. I will get warm as soon as I get home, but it is warm walking as well. It stopped raining, or stopped raining heavily. And I'm just on the last stretch now anyway, so I'll be home in probably about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. I'll be back in the whare. So thanks for joining me on this walk. And I just want to give you all of the elements, you know, sunshine, rain. I'm not praying for snow. I won't get snow here, not in Brisbane, not in this part of Brisbane anyway. Maybe I don't know, maybe it does snow in parts of Queensland if there's high elevated mountains maybe. Anyway, I'm heading home. My wife is a bit worried, but now hopefully I've allayed her fears that I'm okay, and I'm almost home anyway, so I'll be there shortly. I'm on the home stretch now, just around the corner from home, and I just had thought, you know, the brand or the inspiration, WWJD, what would Jesus do? Well, I just thought, here's a new acronym for WWJD, Walking with Jesus Daily. How's that, eh? WWJD, not what would Jesus do, but walking with Jesus daily. There's a gem. I'll give it to you for free. You can pull out your WWJD wristbands and start walking with Jesus every day. So I'm around the corner from one of my friendly dogs places. He always, or they, I think there's a couple of dogs there. They always seem to holler at me. Holler at your boy. Ooh, let the dogs. Lucky they're not out because they'd probably bite me. Yeah, they're just at the top of this rise. We'll see if they bark at us this morning, or this afternoon, this evening. It's actually been a good walk. I'm feeling much better, obviously. Day 3 into my walking challenge, or step challenge. Makes a difference. If you do it every day, imagine. Yeah, walk with Jesus daily. There's the house of G'day. Hello. Oh, he looked at me and then he thought, oh, there's that guy. Let's holler at him. Thanks, buddy. It's all good. It's only me. Walking with Jesus daily. And good to have guard dogs like that. You know, they holler when there's strangers about. Keeps the occupants safe, or gives them a warning at least. There's strangers in town. House is alarmed anyway. Anyway, it's nice in our neighbourhood. And it's always relief coming down the home stretch. You know, when you come to the end of something, you can see the end inside. It's always a joy. And such a relief too. Such an accomplishment and an achievement when you cross the finish line. So, you know, I don't know about you. I've failed at a lot of things in my life. But when you fail, like Jordan said, you know, that's what made him what he was, a competitor. So all of those MJ fans out there, he's the GOAT. Actually, may not be the GOAT because it's not the end of time yet. So you can't say all time. But yeah, Jordan changed the landscape of basketball, of sport in general, and of commercialised sport. So there, yeah, get that under your belt. I read a book for one of my research papers years ago when I was studying my Masters in Communication. and it was on the global economy that Michael Jordan impacted. I can't remember the title of the book. If I find it, I'll put it up for you so you can go and scrounge around in it. But there was just a certain way and a certain thing and a certain approach that he had, not just to the game but to life in general. And you know, they believe that he's worth over $4 billion today. Not just from basketball but from his brand. But be careful, Mike. Not everyone wants to be like Mike. Someone wants to be like Saku. And the bump man is coming for you. Yeah, don't come after me. Don't come after me, Jordan brand people. You can if you want to. You can have the pennies I've got. But yeah, I've got my bump man on my sleeve, on my drink bottle. I've got some bump man apparel. And it's just reminding me of my heart condition and my heart operation. So thanks, sis. Ruth does a lot for our families, and he loves us in those ways where she reaches out. So shout out to my sisters who will end up spending time watching this and be my only supporters, my family and my sisters. Even my grandson, I talked to my grandson today, Valen, and Valen said to me, well, he's not even subscribed to my channel. He's like, what is your channel, Papa? I'm like, dude, do I have to pay you to subscribe to my channel? He's a hard case anyway. He's busy running his business. He's a training barber, getting upskilled in barbering. He's found his passion for now, and that's good. But you know, I've got 14 grandkids. One of them passed away, sadly. Young Hezekiah was stillborn a couple of years ago, last year actually. Sad. But the other 13, they're all old enough to follow me on YouTube. And some of them are featuring on some of my videos anyway. So I'm back to the whare. Let me find my clicker to get back into the house. Thanks for joining me, putting up with the wit and wisdom of Saku MC. Whew. Straight to the shower probably. Actually, let me kick off my wet shoes. Hopefully they'll dry out before I go to walk again tomorrow. It might rain again tomorrow, who knows. I'm just trying to get my socks off with my toes. Just leave it all here wet. Chuck it in the laundry. Do some. Usually Sunday's laundry day for us. So I'll get out and do that in the morning. And try and do a morning walk tomorrow probably. Hopefully it's not wet. I might as well leave all my wet stuff here. Hang that. Here's another hat that I got from my hat benefactor from Street Church. See what the family's doing.